So, okay. You see how me who? I
Oh, okay. Okay.
okay. Yeah, let me ask. Say,
Amen.
I did change bia.
Amen.
Let me ask. Na I saw to say oh.
Oh, yami abdom. Egusunga krakra.
Hmm. See, I'm gonna oh, but also last time because I was no
Yeah, me
Barcelona.
wo ayi me wo Barcelona mpatam ba ho no ye frɛ ba bia me wo no ye frɛ Olot.
A lot.
Olot.
I was
Under
ask it of
yeah,
Barcelona.
ask it kakra under Girona. Town called Girona, but from Barcelona to Yahani, a 2 hours drive. Uh,
Oh, okay.
so
I said, yes,
opposite.
sir. You were Atlanta suburb, but I said an hour from downtown Atlanta. And it's your
Oh,
area
okay.
for Lawrenceville.
Will ask it, Kakra.
Uh, oh, okay. Let me ask you.
Amen.
Nti, some kind, it will be in English and treat.
Materially,
With me, I can English fine. Who can treat me translate it because we
me patch
Nigerians now, they are nationalities on
me patch
First one, yeah, say, they were complaining, said they didn't understand the language,
Oh, okay.
so
Okay.
we need to, I say, I can on both.
Yeah, I was a
Because
kind of
most I can
no
be, I
problem
will
there.
translate, no problem. Yeah, the with
Material.
me I can be, that's fine.
Okay.
All
Okay.
right, so who am I speaking to? Juan Aminika saying,
Yeah, Apostle Evans from Spain.
and who is Apostle Evans?
I'm a Ghanaian based in Spain. A place called Olot. And
If I God.
I'm a pastor called Apostle Evans.
And you're from Apostle Evans, we're pastor all of for Spain.
Me patch
Saturday. Okay. Akreba Hamadrion.
Oh, daddy, Jano, na yan. Remember attention, coach.
Okay. Where do you come from in Ghana? Even if you Ghana.
Actually, in Ghana, I come from a place called Sunyani.
Tell us more about Sunyani. I mean,
Yeah,
where
Sunyani
is Sunyani in Ghana?
is a farming area. It's a beautiful place, and the people who live there, most of them are farmers, actually, and they farm cocoa, plantain, cassava, and running of animals,
Mm-hmm.
and they normally they do farming activities more. It's a farming area.
Nti ọkọ sẹ ọkyẹ ni sẹ wofi Sunyani area baabi wɔ Ghana yɛfrɛ Sunyani a ɔno ɔmo taa yɛ eku ɔmo taa dɔ
Yeah.
yeah oh, okay yɛrɛ mi ase na tell us something about your family Apostle Evans tell us something about your family back home in Ghana and not your
Yeah,
immediate
back.
family you come to the ka bibi kyerɛ ɛfa ewu fie baabi ewu fie obusua.
Yeah, actually, I come from Sunyani. My mother comes from a place called Insuatre in Sunyani. It's not far from Sunyani. It's about 30 minutes drive to the city. And we were living in the barracks. My father was a soldier. So we were living in the barracks. And I have three brothers. Uh, me and my other brother and my junior brother.
Ɔbɛyɛ fɔkas ma ɔbɛfa ne ba ne fi awa.
Yeah, so
Kasa mi tie.
yeah, what I was saying is, my mother comes from Sunyani actually, a place called Insuatre. It's about 30 minutes drive from the town. Yeah, and my father was a soldier, so we're living in the barracks. Yeah, so that was where I was born, and that was where I was raised. And I have three brothers, me and my other younger brothers. And but now we don't live in the barracks no more because my father went out of service. So we are living a town called New Doma in Sunyani, and that is where I have my church. I have a church there called uh, Temple of Shepherds Ministry. It's in New Doma. So that's the little I can say
Let me
about
ask you.
myself.
So, what can you say? Mfusua no nyame mmiɛnsa ɛna wopapa no ɔyɛ service man na
Yeah.
nyame adom akɔ retirement but sisi a nyame adom wotumi ate asɔre kora yɛfrɛ no temple of shepherds a ɛwɔ
Yeah.
suane.
Yes, please.
We thank God. All right, now we're going to come to your immediate family. Tell us something about your wife, if you have children. Tell us something about it. Can we be
Yeah, I
clear?
have one children called Jeremy
Ɛyɛ wo
Paulus.
yere na wo mma ho.
Yeah, my son was born in Spain. Yeah, but I was living in Ghana. My wife and my kid was here. So later on, I came to join them.
Mhm.
So right now, I'm living in Spain with my wife and my one kid,
Thank you.
my one son.
Good. And you say, nyame adom wɔ yere na wɔwɔ boy.
Yes, please.
Mo nyinaa sisi a mo to Spain. How old is our son?
Yeah, it's now 16.
Wow.
Yeah,
Let me ask you. You say akwaraa no 16 years.
yeah,
Yo. Let me ask you. Let me ask you. And we will be. I've known you for so many years. You're a very good,
yes,
kind
true.
person. Mhm. And so now we are going to delve deep into life. You tell us
Yeah.
something about your life, the school you went
Ac-
to. I mean, how did you start life? How did God
Yeah,
call you? But I'm saying,
actually,
I mean,
I
yeah,
was
school now. Yeah, I mean,
actually I was
boy.
born. Yeah, I was born in Ghana, as I was saying, a place called Sunyani in the Barras. That was Sunyani Barras, and I was raised there. I went to school in the Barras, but life in the Barras is something else. And when I was a little, I used to go to church a lot. I was a Catholic. I was raised by one father called, by now he's dead and gone, but he was my spiritual father.
Hmm.
And the father took me as his own son. So he took care of me. Like when we go to church, I was somebody that was actually, I like going to church when I was a little boy. So it has been church, 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 church. I've never drank before. I've never smoked before because of where I was coming out. So it was about church, church, church. So when I grew up, like 15, 14, I started seeing things and talking about it. And when I say it, it comes to pass. So that was for. So when I went to school, I went to the senior high. I started prophesying to people. When I see them, I see something about them. When I tell them, it comes to pass. But I wasn't interested to become a pastor because I was trying to work hard because life was difficult. So I was trying to work hard to support my family, my mother and other stuff. So because
Yeah.
my father being a soldier, it wasn't easy about that time because the income was too small to take care of us. So sometimes we need to sacrifice ourselves, find some job to do to bring some money to the house and help and other stuff. So when I saw my calling, I was running away from the calling. But what I used to do is that I visit a lot of pastors when they are doing programs. I go and help them, and then I will be ironing their dresses for them, polishing their shoes, cleaning their rooms, and other things. So when I do that, after that, I come back home. Sometimes I don't even go to the church service. I will go and help them and clean the church, and then I come back home to come and take care of the household things that I need to do because we were taking care most of things. I need to wash the cooking utensils, do some of the things in the house. So I was very close to my mother because of doing those things. So normally sometimes I go and help them, the pastors, to fix their instruments and do a lot of things there.
Mm-hmm.
And then I come back. Sometimes I will go church late because I have to do a lot of things in the house. And when I go back there, when the church
Mm-hmm.
service is over, I need to gather everything and pack everything because when we're doing the service, it was open. The building wasn't complete. So after the church service, you need to take all the drums, the chairs, and everything from the church room, and then you go and pack it somewhere. So I was doing that. So normally I always go home late. So that has been my lifestyle. Church, 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 church. So when I discovered the calling stuff, I was still running away. So one day I remember we went for prayers and then I started speaking in tongues. So I said, what is it? Because in Catholic Church we don't do that. So
Yeah.
when I started speaking in tongues, I just shut my mouth and then I stopped praying. So when I keep on praying, it comes. Then I stop praying. So I did that for about 1 month. So I decided, no, I will not go to the church, this church no more. What is coming over me? So I didn't have the clue to know that. No, because I see people speaking in tongues, but me, I didn't bother to able to speak it or not because I was so much worried about how I will live a good life. That was what I was thinking, not thinking about anything like that nature. So one day I was in the barracks and one of the soldiers has traveled. So I was, he told me that okay, I should sleep in his room for him. So I used to pray in the night most often. So
So,
one day I was
so
praying.
Mitchell Anua,
Okay.
I would like to translate into our language so you
Oh,
to
okay.
continue because when it becomes too long, I won't remember. Nti the whole can say, uh, we say about pray, but then I am afraid no we chill. Say, uh, no, yeah, we want to Catholic church
Yeah.
na na pastor bi as a friend so ne ba no ha I will serve you for
Yeah. Yeah.
in the course of na who say we obi a oku school a who ade obi
Yeah.
kasa wotumi bibi fa nipa ko no ho asɛm kyerɛ no who
Yeah.
bibi so ka kyerɛ nipa ko so ɛbɛm
Yeah.
nti I'm trying to summarize it so that
Me pacho
if you
that.
want to be ase aha nti continue from there.
Okay, so when I we go to church and we pray, sometimes the tongues used to come, but I will stop praying and I walk out from the premises. You know, because I ask myself that what is really coming upon me because I'm a Catholic. We don't do that. So it's like
Yeah.
so one day one of the soldiers have traveled. So I was somebody that I was somebody that people I was so close to some of the soldiers, and they like me because wherever you send me, I'll go. You know, sometimes I'll go and even clean their shoes, their boots for them, and I was good in ironing, and so I will iron their dresses for them, polish their shoes, and I know how to polish it very well. So sometimes they
Mm.
even bring it to my house for me to iron it for them and then polish them. So when I finish, I send it back to them. So this brother traveled and then he said, "Oh, Evans, can you please take care of my room for me?" I said, "Okay." So I go there and I pray every night. So he even gives me opportunity to pray more because in my father's house,
Yeah.
you know, we
You
were
had you
sleeping
had
together.
your own
Yeah,
internet.
so I don't have the chance to pray what I want to do. I can't do things like that because my other brothers too will be sleeping. So when I got the opportunity, I was so happy. So one day I was praying in the night. I was even wearing boxer shorts. I was praying in the night, and then what happened was I just felt the spirit of God in me.
Okay, so we're going to stop here
Okay.
so that I translate. Into the whole kind of say one day na a surgeon be or mobile as well as a adam for we will be so na obua go for person
Yeah.
shoes or to o mat nyama ma o. Nti young man no am so obetu kwan na ode ne dan ma o.
Yeah.
So what my dan so man or cover. Nti am when you opportunity ma wotumi bɔ mpae more
Yeah.
because na asisi no wonya baby a solitary a independent a obi unstable nti let's continue from there.
Okay. So one day in the evening, I was praying. It was around, I think, 9 o'clock that way. I started praying around 7. So I was hit in the room praying seriously. So I was just wearing boxer shorts and then a singlet. So I just felt the Holy Spirit just and it just entered into me. And then what I realized was the door has opened. It walked me out like somebody have thrown something away, and I just came and
Mhm.
landed outside the room. And yeah,
Ooh.
so when I landed there, I was just praying in tongues. Kataya, the words was coming. So, and the barracks too is like one. The rooms are 7. They are straight.
Mm.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7
7.
rooms. So when the thing brought me out, all the soldiers that they were around that time walked out from their rooms, came and see me lying down on
Come
the
and see what's
floor,
going on.
yeah, praying in tongues, and they were shocked. So I was wearing boxer shorts, and when they came and sat around me, it took about, let's say, about 5 minutes, 10 minutes. I was still doing that, praying, then shouting. The tongues was coming. So they were all wondering what is going on with me. So they were
Going
around
on.
me. So when I came back normal, I said, what has happened? So when I wake up and I look at, everybody is just around me looking at me. And I didn't know what has happened. So later on in the
Okay.
morning, when I went back to the room, find something to wear. I didn't come out again, so I was embarrassed. So in the morning, then one walked to me and said, Evans, what happened to you yesterday night? We just saw that the doors are open and you just landed on the floor, just praying in tongues. And so the gift of tongues was not given to me by somebody laying hands on me. I just had it
Yeah.
by that way. So since
That's
then,
it. Nti mame nkyerɛ mu kakra yi. Nti sisi nkɔmɔ na yɛ dɛ.
yeah,
Nti wo se nti yɛba nsa no papa no dan ma wo a minya time a wobɔ mpae wande wobɔ mpae saa na wohu an sɛ ɛpon no abie
yeah,
na ayɛ sɛ biribi ama wo so. That
yes,
time no kasa in tongues. Ama so ato akoto abɔnten.
that's it.
Tongues ne sɛ sɛ ɛba ma wo sɛ voice kɔ so a.
Yeah,
Ɔsi bags nso na efie no ɛtɔtɔ 7. Nti suafoɔ mu nya mo pie baa bɛhwɛ ɔsɛ ne dɛ na ɛyɛ Evans. Ɔmo wɔ nkyɛn ama sɛbi time a Holy Ghost no
yeah,
fuu nso no na ɔmo bisa sɛ ɔyɛ okay. Wokɔhyɛ dɛ mu a na ama the next day nkɛ no ntumi pie na wayɛ basaa.
yeah.
So let's continue.
So through that, and then I started praying. I go to church, all right. I visit pastors. I go to their programs and other stuff. But I always tell them that I don't want to be a pastor. So they always laugh at me. And then they will just lay hands on me and pray for me, and I go my way. And one thing that when I was a young boy, I loved to do was, I was somebody that I give money to pastors. When I go, because I was working hard, I go and do painting, I help people, we do digging. So wherever I'll get money, I'll just go and pay my tithes to the pastors. So when I go, I'll give it to them, they will lay hands on me and pray for me, and then I walk away. And that was what I was doing. So I've really sown seed to a lot of pastors in my life when I was a little boy. So some of them will prophesy upon my life. You become a pastor. I say, Pastor, stop praying that prayer. I don't want it. I just want to support the work of God, but I can't do the work of God.
Nti
So
sɛ wokae
sometimes,
no afei na ɛba nsa no a asɔfo bɛhyehyɛ nkɔm sɛ ɔbɛyɛ sɔfo a awo so wonyɛ
yeah,
mpɛ sɛ ɔbɛyɛ sɔfo.
me say me pet.
Nti ɔsɛ wompɛ. Nti na ayɛ sɛ wokɔ asɔre a wakɔyi tithe. You help the work of God. Wo deɛ sɛ na
Yeah,
wompɛ sɛ wobɔ nyame adwuma but na wompɛ sɛ
exactly.
wobɛyɛ
Yeah, yeah,
sɔfo.
good.
Ha.
So through
So
that,
continue from there. Yɛnto aso.
yeah. So through that, I was still at a Catholic. So I was still doing what I need. So even the Catholic Church, and I was somebody that I always love people to come together. So what I did
Mm.
was that I went to my father and I told the father that, Father, there have been some confusion in this church for years. When I was a little boy, I have studied this. Catholic Church and Presbyterians in the barracks, they don't mingle together because they think Catholic Church worship idols. So there is this problem that it has been there for years since I was born and I started growing up. I saw that because the Catholic Church and the Presby Church and the other churches were all having one church. So this one will close and this one will come and this one will close and this one will
Let him
come.
take over.
So when we Anglican go first, they go very early. My father was an Anglican. So when Anglican finish their service, and then the Catholic Church will also go. And then when we finish, and the Presby Methodists, they are together. So they also. But sometimes we will be in the church, and then they will start sweeping. They want us to get out,
Hmm.
and then they will come and continue
Mm.
their service. So one of our fathers said, no, this thing is not right. Let's ask the soldiers, let them give us a land, and let's build our own church. Because it was getting worse. Because how can somebody be in the church? It's about maybe 10 minutes for the person to close, and then you start sweeping. Yeah.
Wow. Nti the whole can say, uh, when we pass, who had be? So I said, so you know, who said, I said, denominations are no more Christian, no more Presby, Catholic, Methodist, Anglican.
Yeah.
I said, no more sorry about more back to
Yeah.
we quite we are about Paba. No one said, Catholic Church, who be brave, he said, on we are idol worshippers. You know, there was no, what's the word? I said,
They were not
the other church,
togetherness.
ne other church, until now, I say, one day, say, oh, okay, so who was so the one who said, I California mono conference, who was the one that if you have a prior or prize or pam with us, so the
Yeah.
one
Almost it's a young content, no more mayor, sorry. That kind of thing.
unimaginable.
It was very bad.
Okay.
So later we built our church and we moved there. So still there was something like we don't mingle up to each other. So by me, I used to go to Presby Church. I visit them. I visit their youth service. I don't care. I do that. So I was close to them. So one day I went to my father and told him, Father, we need to have a program with the Presby Methodists to show them that we don't worship idols. We also use the Bible as they use. So I went to him
Mm.
and then I discussed with him and said, no. He said, Evans, this is a good idea. Then I asked him, Pastor, what? So I asked him, Reverend, what can we do? We need to do this. So he told me that, okay, let me draw a program and bring it. So I draw a program that we need to have a football match with them, have a party with them, and then the father said, okay, I will sponsor everything. I will buy all the drinks and everything. I will give money to the women to cook some rice and other things so that we can have a football match with them. And then we will have a trip. We will go to the Lake Bosomche. Then we will go
Mhm.
and have a party there, swim with them in the at the lake in Kumasi. So we draw the program. The father took care of everything, the transportation. He organized bus for us and other stuff. So and then we're having evening service. That will be Bible studies. So we're
Mhm.
having one Reverend Father who is called Reverend Father Anane. He was a Catholic priest at Techima, but this man was
Mhm.
very powerful man of God. He used to come on the radio, preach on the radio. So I told my father that, Father, you will not be the host of the program. Let's invite Pastor Reverend Anani to come because he's well
Okay.
known.
Yeah. But you put one in Chimney. And to say one day now, all the idea about catch a college, a pastor, our knows, you know, and then when you organize it, some football match, you know, yet to be organize it together so that it will bring togetherness. But never what you say. Reverend bi wɔ teaching ma wɔsɛ yɛfrɛ no Anane
Yes, please.
nti na ɔwɔ pɛ sɛ ka ɔno no na ɔhu sɛ ngosua na ɔno nso no so
Yeah.
nti nka wɔbɛ invite no mo aba na mo ayɛ saa program.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he came.
Nti yɛn continue.
So he came. So we told my father that we will not do the program even in our church. We will do it in their church. So we organized a program there, and the father came for 3 days, and it was marvelous. He preached very well. He knows the Bible. So after the program, the Presby Methodists, they were together because they go to church once. So the Presby Methodists were together. So after the program, they were shocked. So they now realized that we are not worshiping idols. We use the same Bible like them. So in the morning, we go for the football.
So it was all a misconception,
Yes.
right?
So the football, we played football, we had all the games together. And then on the Saturday morning, we took the bus, we came together, took the bus, went to the Lake Busumtre to have fun there, and then we came back. As I speak to you, even some of them have married together because of what
Good. Oh,
I did
wow.
at that time. So
Yeah.
I always feel like I am somebody that always wants togetherness, where people have peace and love, because love is the most peaceful thing in this world. So I was able to do that, and I was
Let me
proud
ask
of it.
you.
So even I was having pictures on that, but I can't find it because I kept the picture somewhere. That in future I will talk about it.
As
Even
well.
up to
Yeah,
now,
we will talk about that in future.
yeah.
So
So
today,
up
you
to
know,
now,
what I'm trying to do is trying to let our viewers know who you are,
yes,
and
please.
then we're going to discuss other issues. Then from there,
Okay,
one other podcast, I will invite you again. Then
okay,
we go deep into that area.
yes,
Nti
please.
the whole kind say a band so which me organize it, ma mutumi a 3 day virtual like
Yeah,
can I say
get together.
get together.
Yeah,
It's of one and by ma. It was very powerful.
yeah,
Actually, the other denominations, but TSS, Roman Catholic Church, and yet, Woman Bosom,
yeah,
Umunia use Bible.
yeah,
Ama, who is where you see togetherness by.
yeah.
This is a better about TV,
Yo,
who is Apostle
Mate,
Evans. Now you have deep into other areas.
Mpacho.
Why software? I'm going to pick your mind on things like what do you see the youth of today, especially Wakontum.
Okay,
Yeah, mbana ya wo Wakontum no. I'm not kind of the bad will be one, but the me concentrate or Spain. See, I was Spain away.
yeah.
Tell us something about Spain and the children, especially the children of immigrants.
Yeah, I love that, and I love that question. And what I can tell the parents is that I will blame the parents most for their children, because when we come from Africa and we come and live in the States or in the Europe lifestyle and other stuff, I blame the parents for their children, because in Africa it doesn't happen like that. We give too much freedom to the children. And then, secondly, when the children are growing up, some of the parents, right now, you can ask a question that does he know the class that his children is at? He doesn't know. Even the class that the school that his child is going. The parents, some of the parents don't even know the school that his children is attending to.
I want to tree afa from so that
Okay, daddy.
I was very deep. No one afra.
Your papa phone baby wa onim school kura ne ba no kɔ ɛwɔ aburokyerɛ ne nete, because he's always looking for money. I talk about
Sorry for quite this.
this issue that you have brought. This question is a broad question. I was talking about it 3 days ago, and I condemn the parents, because you don't know the school that your child is even attending. Onim school mpo ne ba ne kɔ. Wajai bibia to ɔbaa ne so. Ɔbaa ne so make say so ebi kura wɔyɛ adwuma. He's working at the same time taking care of your own children. And then when you come from work, instead of you as a father to even go and knock at your child's door and then see that the child is there, is it learning or he's playing video game, or what is he doing?
Mm-hmm.
When you come,
Mm-hmm.
you are so tired that you come and sit at the hall, take your bath, take your remote, start pressing your TV, watching whatever you want to watch on the internet or whatever it is. You don't even go and see your children. Wonkɔhwɛ nkwadaa no mpo hu sɛ nkwadaa no wɔn afiri school baayɛ ɛdeɛ na wɔn ayɛ. You know, you have to have relationship with the children and know how things are going with them. You don't do that. What Jan Kolana sa? It's a basa and Kolano, they will start picking any lifestyle that they want because and Kolana when you go school, no, he will start to learn from them. There is no papa lifestyle. The father is not taking care to be a father. The children, they don't talk to their children. The days that you are off, call your children around you, talk to them. How are you doing? Kwajo, yeah, what to say? School to say? Do you have any problem? Share with me. Sometimes take them around, walk with them outside, take them somewhere, sit them down, talk to them. Let them feel that they have a father. You are just looking for money. So before you realize your child will go astray, you can't control him no more because the children spend more time with the teachers more than you. Anything I broach okay, assem children na ajo kobusa the teacher and san because he doesn't see you as a father. He doesn't see you as a mother because you are not playing that role. The teachers are playing that role because they have time with them more. Until one na link it. Only when you dumb a teacher in so much. Into teacher in each and a day and your crowd free say you're befa or Buffy and I catch and your teacher can in your correct on Jin did that. Why? Because there is no love between the father and the child.
Wow.
So the reason why I brought you is saying is the fathers. I blame the parents. Your mother is working, your father is working. Akwala ni bi wo kra papa ne maami nyina be free fie. No nko adware ko school.
Yeah.
Enti okwa, he doesn't have anything like father care, mother care, or no one adware ko the school, or no one any bigger. But my akwala ni hu say you are the parent, but because of a jumane and nementino, ebia wunya time man, but wo free school a juma ba. Kobo akwala ni punu no. Chiano, good morning, good afternoon. Marching, yeah, no, I so. Oh, na school to say. One my crana will say, you are very sorry, say. Untimin fanning go school, and your fault. Upiska, a which has a son Eden. 1 year Juma, your pen untimin yaman. Let the child know how you feel and what you are going through. The child will understand you. Akwala better was it. But parents need this sketchy sign. He's doing something else. That the no, I say the children are exploring because of the parents.
So give us solutions to this problem.
Solution is
Solutions be able to that someone's problem with.
That's it. The first of all, the parents need to get closer to the children and know their problems. And know what they want. In your country like this, America, Adeaman Kolana say all the morning say the fashion there is too high. Akwani be ko school. Akwani be ko school hia mpaboa na ebo den wonto ma no. O hia atade foforo wonto ma no because enkwani ko school mo sere o mo. Ti akwani bi wo create me sere ne sa no wa jai school no. Because that is same kura nyefe. Because wo papa no ne maame ne yamuko adwuma ansa no no adware akọ school into dressing papa be no de ko school to abano catch you said that me here sneakers we have sneakers ben e bia me here Nike fino wo ko market and yo pe bia no watabrem into opeja kakra bi na se yenko bokro no nko wiam pabo a obi dada na obekọ because of pempabo one be their school. So, the parents know they should get closer to their children. Na akwala ni nya love ma o sane papa ne Because when you don't go closer to the child, akwani need to be at the mouth. So you ne papa na you ne mama.
Ampa.
Inti dia onama bonte akwani ne di agro no. Wa fa ne se ne bibia nti dia obeka kira no no obetie asen ye wo papa no obeka because one man on what to nefo. Inti first of all, parents need to get closer to their children. Maybe banana dam fu nyina ye tupe. Bitimi pamo no se won pie kakra, won pie da, onko. He's always in the house. Oko school. Na oko private school. Kolano, they are well doing. Say, omo dressing, omo ta, enti phone kura no use Samsung. Oko school no almost sere no use iPhone. And I catch them say almost sere say we use iPhone. No, or no, where almost sere or the iPhone yeah then. And I'm then call shop. So I'm got iPhone. You do one. Only iPhone or say Samsung. And I'm just as a kid. Now come best through. Or say let them laugh at me. I don't even care. So aklana be me ama mama na unse chale mama kwaji iPhone ma boy also one pay daddy. Also one probation sample person mo sere no. No mo nim ni omo ye. You see aklana ono bibia be cause school bi oba be catch them. Now one man will ban oh my clanning who the way who sit down as a father. Now would you
The Bible verse there by him. I say train up a child the way he should grow. And
so
when he grows,
he will not depart from it when he grows. It teach about friend of quiet fast so said you need a won't free one. I quite here maybe sometimes or TV the 1 week tour or be fasting sad the whole week. Nyamina chairman or no one a chairman. And I joke or I catch us one.
Which a pine to one more.
And I draw a catch us one mumpire manu. Tiago bompire man and sun water. And I saw no other born idea no water. Train your child.
You can English.
What that you know? Sikana would ye children, a very children would be back of my prison for. What about my lawyer? So one new bass and mouth because back of fast summer. Parents need to. You have to be a guidance to your child. On our guidance. That is the word. Into one our guidance, no garden or children acquire on fast on fanny. Into the solution, first solution is get closer to your children. And found what Juma away. A Jumana we in a one day you get off. That your off day, no, show love to your children. Sit them down, talk to them, take them out. McDonald's baby I do not cotton. One in a dinkomo. Never sa colano secret be a nimbia one country. There were none be of a catch, but we don't get closer to the children because we are fighting for money to build mansions in Africa, but we are living here. At the end of the day, Sikana is a Japadiana Wapa or African in why they got now. What did you have my rent to? One farmer rent so I was your phone a timber. Toilet bay my best I catch us offer for Scabra infantry toilet.
Hey, I saw him 2 million.
So that's it. The best I catch a light bill that cost 1 rubber corner your child light.
Yeah.
Because on tria. So why don't you build your life here most? Because Hannah what's more? You buy a good car and go and park it in Africa, and then you will be driving bad car here.
So for what I say, my question about policy trim. And commander, we are not changing the topic. We are right still here. Let's look at it from the angle of divorce. Our control, our dear engine, our control.
Oh, that is another blood question. Another blood question. Where the reason why our engineer will come and say, the women get more tired, but the Bible says they are the weakest vessel
Mhm.
So wo be man na wo so wo kura oba na wo krokro no. Ye nim akrokro. Ye de
Mhm.
Africa ware tantan na aba ha. Ofiri adwuma ba ya na ka na yere di ni fufu abesi ni table so. Na
Mhm.
ka waba bedi owia no wafa na wakọ na waba na dem we slave.
Mhm.
So when you treat a woman like this, odobe no benya ma. Uwie so edura na adwo so a wo pa na adwo nkomo abo. Ade wo ya abo a.
Mhm. Ah, what
E was
bread?
say
She's tired.
you have to get closer to your wife. Oye ade wo kitchen na you free akoboa no. What can I do for you? No wo busa no. Oh, what dia won ye hwe kra ko gina ne nchen na ne monkomo nsere. Make her happy. Dia na
Mhm.
what time a wo yere da. Unto hwe ma no. Because of say munyina ono so ye adwuma wo so ye adwuma nti no, women are plead by certain small things. Ebia wakokuro
Mhm.
wato underwear krabre no, wato brazier ba
Yeah.
ko bia bre eno na kuma o obegina ba bia kane kuna sem de sa ne man kitinkiti na ye ne fe nti oba be ma betimi de oba free Africa ba onya time ma oba no be ma bi oti ba bi na oh kwaku na recharge me phone yi mame ayi recharging keke o recharge phone €10 $10 ama no woni be ba ho so na woni wo yere twempena
Yeah.
because Emma any so adian kitten yo mo fasin bibia.
Shem kakra wo English.
What I'm saying is women are pleased by little gifts. So you can bring a woman from Africa and then somebody will just get closer to your wife and be recharging his phone for her. Just about $2, $3, $4, and before you realize your wife is sleeping with that man. Why? Because you are not
Wow.
taking responsibility as a man in the house, doing things to make your wife happy. You don't make your wife happy. He's always
Apostle, let's relate that to conversation and the conversation that we were having before about how
Matthew.
this affects our children born abroad, that affects their
That is
lifestyle.
beautiful. That is
Related.
beautiful question.
Mhm.
You know, the reason why this marriage affects our children, children love their mothers very well. So when he
Mhm.
sees that his father doesn't treat his mother well, he become offended and he will start to dislike his father. When you treat your wife well, your children also love you. But because they are closer to their mother more than their father, so when you treat your wife badly, your children will not get closer to you as a father.
Mhm.
Love your wife, love your children, get together, get closer. And my baby, would you machine fast for Ben when you're free? A waste of money. When you're the JB, run out your cry, or that TV na phone, there be a password that's over 20. Wo usuro sa o yere ma me ba na me ba na de me phone di agoro
Mhm.
me yere di agoro ba wo phone o ko toilet so kra na ebom ana di america be fa ko
Have you watched a bathroom, brother? A bar of the guy,
obi
but no
timi di
one.
america, you know, when even you are in the bathroom, when you see that your phone is ringing, mon family oh bring my phone oh because we need so be very respond oh. No, what the hell, you are just putting yourself in a deep trouble. At the end of the day, you are killing your soul. You are killing yourself. You know, let's be nice to our wife. Let's respect them. Let's women are the weakest vessel. Do love her. She will love you back. You see, she will respect you as a man. Your wife doesn't respect you because you don't respect her. You treat her like a dog and you expect her to love you. She will not love you. Treat a woman well and he will love you and he will not hide a secret from you.
Nti relate the mechanic no.
When it comes to the
I
children,
fan kwara no.
say one
Yeah.
do yere and respect yere. And man kola so bra boy basa.
Yes.
Because a basa or my men kura nya wo do and fan nem kola ne ntena yie. Because ni kunu kura mpena se nkora kura wo se o yere kasa kakra bi a ora mo jimi o mo se mo papa mo de mo nyere mo sa you see o do be di nkora na tem but obema o yere responsible a o don ne yere bua ne yere one ne mai kasa o treat nkora very well. But if you don't treat your wife well, you know she will also not treat your children well. She don't care. So what I would please say, men, we need to be a man in the house. We are the head of the house. Let's take our responsibilities right. Let's love our children. Let's love our wives. Let's treat them well. So that in the night, they also treat us well. Oba betimi ada wo se fa no on play party bia wo wo so wani nje because sex na ne ye kro no oba ne bu afu dada because wo man ni nje wo to oba no ho anu odwane onye oba ye pa so subanti onye ba wo ni na di agura wia o ye dima o kitchen wa ko jira ne che o can I help you o say oh don't worry na wa pija nkomo bi na ne o yiri na di o anu abone kakra bi o bon so no anya hint say hey papa o nya ade obeye o dua nwumra wo dware wie ya no na wo no efre na wo madam wo ti o ye den ye nko dware what the kind a click ne ma bi ato wo dada wa bo kwan pa to so ho anya say anaju oda wa na wo bono abana nya oden say agro be so ade fia no pa
If you are not, you can English here.
What I'm saying is, when you are there with a woman, treat her well. When the woman is in the kitchen cooking, go there. Oh, can I help you, dear? You say, oh, my dear, oh, don't worry, I'll take care of it. Oh, no, let me wash this for you. Then you bring some subject. Oh, you know, I love you so much. You know, I can't forget about you. Or when you say this to a woman, oh, I love you so much. You know, I cherish you something. I get a gift for you. And so, make us send any gift to the other man. I got something good for you. She will just laugh. And then you hit her bottom. Then you be talking to her. She knows that, no, my husband is, he really wants something this night. So, after doing that, you know, after eating, she will just go and take a bath and say, oh, are you not coming to the bedroom? You see, because you have started something good in the morning, so you have to end it well. So it will end in the bedroom.
Nice one. See, you because so hold on. Say you boho. Especially yambano. Next time I met from Obiano, and you ever deal more about marriage.
Okay. I'll be grateful on that.
Yeah, I want us to delve more on our children. Because I say, what? Yeah, a Brooklyn, US, huh? Accra no say it's about our Johnny Gang. Gang anybody your friend maybe if you could not okuni parents.
Oh.
A teenager. Now this is what's the Britain's there now. I don't say I'm say police are Pentecost in the year or this can go war
yeah, because of
yes.
we.
It in person or honorable kakama me. I can't bear
do you know the reason why our children joining gangs is that they see them in the school. You see? And the way we parents don't have time for our children. That is why the reason why they get access to join the gang.
So kind
because you don't even talk to your children. You don't even ask them what is going there in their school. You don't even know the school that your children attend. Wow. When was the last time you have gone to your child's school to pick your child up and talk to your child? Never. It's always the mama. They're always the mama. And that is not right. You know, men have some spirit in them. Children are always afraid of their father more than their mother. Yeah. So when there is any problem and you step in as a father, the child begins to fear. And then he will try to change. But when you leave the child to a certain level and a certain age, you can't control him no more. It's like, let me tell you something. It's like when a tree is growing and you want the tree to straight, and then you touch it with a straight wood, and then you tie it together. the tree will grow very nicely and it will not have a burn in it. But when you leave the tree to burn, you can straighten it again. So the children need us when they are young. Let's train them well. When they are in their their 13s, train them well. Before the child will be like 19, 18, he understands his father. He knows everything about the father, what the father doesn't like and what he dislikes. And the child will never go astray. He will do whatever you ask her or she to do. And then your child will have a bright future. But we don't talk to our children. We are always crying for money. So please, money is good. It's good to look for money. But let's be responsible for our children. Let's get closer to know them. Do you know what your child wants to do in the future? You don't know. So when your child always go to school without the father's concern about their lifestyle, he will join the gun. Because the child spend more time in the school more than being in the house.
Yeah.
So the child will be used to his friends more than you, the parent. So you can tell your son or your child something. Your child will not, he will disagree with you. But when he goes to the school and the colleagues tell him, Charlie, bro, let's do this. Do you know that they say that when you do this and that, you will be rich in the world? The child will stick to what his friends is telling him or her because he's much closer to them more than you, the parent. So I'm pleading to the parents. Get closer to your children. Have time with them. Even if it's a minute, have time with your child. The children have their needs and their wants. You can't support them with everything. But when the children understand you and you are not able to even provide all for them, the child will understand you. He will not go astray. Because all these children, because of the certain things that they need in life that they don't get, that is the reason why they join gangs. To get money, to buy better clothes, to wear better sneakers. These children are into fashion. But we those days,
Into what poetry, my.
yo, the American say, and colane per life, and colane party efe. Ye Susan, ye Timisha Tadia, 20 years de nam. And that's how the no only mark line ye. I haven't even to tea colassa. Your coast create me to tobo dear there be. And I do yes snack come at the mark la the coast. It is the way you were brought out as a father. Quiet faso, o papa no ma metete back in Ghana no. Yem fan tete back ewa a bruchiria. And I say in colano. Ya time o mano. Ben ya colano. One en kasa. Na colani hunu. Die o pese o no so ye. Akolane te wase wi a he bibia ni wo obi be ka kire na bonten a obeji atum obeba bebo wa amane madam fu esi enkoye sei ba menye uda na obebo wa amane na watunifu ba isa za oni akolane ni relationship bia no ontimi nka na sem nkyerɛw because akolane kura hu be 3 years ni kura akolane sheda ehu ni papa da de bia adwuma
Some
free adwuma ba kɔbɔ nkora ne pono hwɛ sɛ ɔda hɔ a wura ne dɛm wɔ kyea no ɔne ne nkasa ma ne hunu sɛ o brɛ because of ɔno ntia akora nya te wase wie a afa fie bi ba bɛtɔ ne mu ɔkɔ sukuu ɔbɛkɔ sukuu sɛ mesua deɛ sɛ daakye memmɛyɛ sɛ me papa mɛba bɛyɛ adwuma a ɛso because me papa ɛbrɛ I will go higher than my father ba wo ma akora ne hunu saa deɛ ne nyina fa adwene bi to akora ne tim. Put something in the child's mind. Can be bitchy akola no. Mani hunu baabi a wo firi wo Africa. Baabi a wo brɛ ye kwan afa so beduru America ha. Nti no amana te ase so on de wanya ne fo. Nti on hia de kasa kyerɛ no. To akola na dwi mu wi a bibia ni hɔ a obi bɛka kyerɛ na ɛyɛ bɔne a wo mɛbɔ wo papa na amane. Ati papa fo ne nyɛ saa. Ti
Wow.
mesrɛ no no.
Nice one. Nice one. Nice one, Apostle. Agora só no na ade sei quase
Adeɛ
for.
nso nsa nkurasefo.
Sa. The time wa am say ade die time na dey to ho. Nti aka 5 minutes. Nti dey
Okay.
be say sisi ano. Nkomo ye di ni ano pese obodo to e twi ni bi kama ya. We are wo social media handles be we got to ho. We are wa ma shout out.
Mate. Ah, deɛ mɛtumi aka akyerɛ agyidifoɔ nyinaa ne atiefoɔ ne sɛ ewiase no a yɛwɔ no onyankopɔn ama yɛtumi sɛ yɛmfa ntete yɛ mma nti wowɔ akwaraa no a fa adwen bi to akwaraa no tim ma ne nhunu baabi a wofiri a wode baa aburokyiri ha kwan a wofaa so a wode baa ha kwan a wofaa so koraa de ware ne maame ma akwaraa no nhunu wo life story ɛne berɛ a wabrɛ wɔ abrabɔ mu na wode to no adwen mu no aka kyerɛ ne sɛ kwabena kwaku akɔsua yere ho no akɔ school na opportunities wɔ kurom ha daakye bɛnam wo so ama me ma yɛyie kɛseɛ adeɛ bi a meyɛ bi a meyɛ de aboa wo ka bibi to akɔ kyekyere apɔ sɛdeɛ wokɔpɛ wo ba a wotumi ka asɛm ma no pɛ wo no saa na ɛwɔ sɛ wɔkyekyere asɛm bi to wo ba no tim na ɛtɔ no adwen mu obi ahyia no na ɔka asɛm bɔne kora kyerɛ no a akora ne nkɔdi akyire da bia no deɛ wowɔ ka kyerɛ no ɛbɛrenge wɔ n'asom ɛbɛyɛ dede wɔ n'asom ɔnam ɛno na wɔredwene ho sɛ ɛwɔ sɛ wɔyɛ bibi ɛhyɛ ne papa animonyam ɔyɛ sɛ ɔyɛ bibi na wɔbrɛ na wɔma no hunu sɛ adwuma a woyɛ no ɛsiane sɛ woankɔ sukuu annura akyire nti na woyɛ wo
Cha.
nti ɔno nkɔ sukuu nnura akyire ɔmmɛyɛ dɔkta ɔmmɛyɛ sei ɔbɛyɛ saa a ɔnlive life yi a wowɔ mu no
Can English kakra mami?
wowɔ anya ne sa what I'm saying is parents need to put something at the back of their children's mind. Let the children know where you come from, where you have suffered to this time, and the work that you are even doing. You don't even like it, but because you were not able to get your education right.
Yeah.
So the child, put that thing at the back of the child's mind. Let the child understand where you come from, how you got to marry your wife. Let them know some story about you. Put something in the child's mind. When you do that, Bible says it will never depart from the child.
Yeah.
When the child is walking on the street, that story that you told your daughter or your son is ringing in the ears. So whatever somebody would tell him or her,
Anything otherwise?
come back home and tell you that this is what my friend is saying. Then you tell him that no, your friend is lying to you. He wants to destroy your life. Don't get closer to this person. And then the child will not go closer to that friend. He will stick with his book, stick with his studies, and then he will become a great person in the future.
Wow. Nice one. Nice one. Nice one. And shout out. Social media handle bi a anasa asɔre ɛwɔ bibi a wɔyɛ asɔre bi ɔti wɔ spinner a ɛwɔ wotumi hyia wɔ hɔ asɔre asɛm na wɔ social media handle bi
I TikTok met me.
fa handle no to hɔ na bia ɛho wɔ handle.
Oh, okay.
Wɔ TikTok handle no yɛ dɛ.
Apostle Evans.
Nti wɔn type Apostle Evans TikTok handle no bɛba.
My picture is on that.
Okay. Ɛna yɛ shout out bi yɛ ebusuafo a wɔwɔ fie kyekyɛ obi no ma yɛ.
Oh, okay. The American said mekyia obi biara.
Ɛna Spain hɔ koraa.
Mekyia obi a wɔte me nka ɛwɔ app yi so. Ɛsrɛ wo nyame nhyira ne wo nyame bambɔ ɛde ma wo biara. Na the American nyina ne sɛ yɛmfa yɛ werɛ ɛnhyɛ nyame mu. Yɛmfa wo ne tebea ne abrabɔ a ɛwɔ mu. Bible sɛ onyame ɔfa ne apora tete asɛe ɛna ɔde hyɛ ne ho animonyam. Ti sɛdeɛ wotie bia memmu ho abɔmfia sɛ me deɛ meyɛ ɔdebɔnyɛni nti membɛn nyame dabi wokora na nyame pɛ wo wokora na wɔhwehwɛ wo because asɔre dan no esi hɔ no yɛnsi ama ateneneefoɔ yɛsi ma adebɔnyɛfo
Mhm.
sɛ yɛmfa nsa kyerɛ nipa bɔne ma ne mɛyɛ nipa papa nti mesrɛ wo sɛdeɛ wotie biara ɛmfa ho sɛ woadorɔdorɔ ho tattoo ɛmfa ho sɛ wohyehyɛ asemadeɛ get closer to God. God will love you no matter who you are, and He will also get closer to you, and you got to know each other well, and you will have a smile in your face. The owner will be ano kawakuma to you, Yamebe.
Nice one, nice one, nice one. Apostle Ivan. I mean, sure, be.
Amen.
We've already had a very nice time, educational time. I've learned a lot. I did what kind of seeing you be brave. Me sure say the viewers also on with most seeing you be brave.
Amen.
I mean, sure, in sure, ban me hearing mommy.
Amen.
Now, we in your last one.
Mate.
And the Baba, once one throw
Anytime
what
you
time one.
call me, I'll come.
You think come on. I mean,
Mate.
sure, be brave.
Amen.
Until we are make us a shalom.
Shalom. Peace.
Shalom. Shalom. Peace.
Okay.
I mean, sure.
Bye.
Bye.